How's it going, folks? It's Slowbone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have yet another episode of Daredevil. And before we continue, I'd like to mention that, of course, you can find the previous reactions in the description, and you can also find my movie playlist reaction, which I'm not going to say when or what. Well, pretty much you already know it's going to be the X-Men movies. That reaction playlist is about to get filled to the max in an unspecified time, which I'm not really going to go over now, but going off of that, next week on Sunday, there will be no reaction to Daredevil, unfortunately. Next week, the only reaction I'm doing is the series finale of Moon Knight, and that's it. So I really don't think until episode 6 of Moon Knight am I going to go over any specifics on when I'm uploading the X-Men movies or when I'm going to get back to Daredevil, because I'm really uncertain until I have a few more days to really get a grasp of how fast I'm going to edit, upload, watch, because I still need to watch quite a few. So again, no specifics here, but I will mention once more, next week there will be no episode. The only thing coming out next week is a Moon Knight reaction, and then we'll get back on the train of The Boys and other series, because I have other series that I'm going to react to. And of course, Daredevil is sticking for a while, but 1 week postponement. But anyway, enough about that. I've talked long enough. We have a very exciting episode ahead. Last episode had such a damn cliffhanger with Foggy unmasking Matt, and I just can't wait to see how this story's going to go, where it's going to go. I don't know. How is he going to react to calling the Black Mask a terrorist and shit? And it turns out to be his best friend who's blind. It's going to be scratching his head like, what is going on? So I can't wait to see how this is all going to turn out. Did Foggy patch him up? Or did he call Claire? I don't even think he knows who Claire is. Yeah, he took a lot of hits from Nobu. That shit was brutal. Gonna be some sick looking scars though.
Wouldn't do that if I were you. Then again, maybe I would. The hell do I know about Matt Murdock? That was your nurse friend.
Oh, he did call Claire.
She was hot, by the way.
He always knows.
But I guess you already knew that, huh? Foggy. You even really blind?
I mean, we know they're gonna work it out. It's Foggy Bear after all. But I love when people find out the truth.
Is this room 312?
Yeah, who are you looking for?
Bro, look at this flashback. What the hell? I kind of dislike when people do flashbacks, but it's their current age. All he did was shave and he's pretending to be 10 years younger, but I'll let it slide.
Yeah, just...
And Foggy grew out the hair and looks like a hippie now.
Really caliber of women I've only dreamed of. A lot. We're gonna be like...
He kind of looks like he could be Matthew Lillard's cousin here.
Campus? No. Well, lucky for you, I do, and it's filled with luscious co-eds. Shall we?
Yeah, lead the way.
They still got the best transitions.
I'm saying.
Yeah, world on fire.
Episode 5.
All these years, I actually felt sorry for you.
I didn't ask for that. I never asked for that.
Yeah, I didn't ask to be lied to.
Didn't even tell my dad after it happened.
You told that nurse Claire.
Because I didn't have a choice. She found me in a dumpster. He's some kind of ninja.
A ninja. In a mask. Do you know what they call that? A vigilante, someone who acts outside of the law. When we call, trying to get you to come out for drinks, trying to find you when bombs are going off, and we're worried.
Voicemail.
You just hit ignore? He got hit.
Well, is he all right?
Look, I'm coming over.
No, stay at the office. We need you there.
Foggy.
I got this, Karen.
Damn, he actually is really pissed.
I want to know everything. And don't you leave a damn thing out.
Polar opposite of when Ned found out Peter was Spider-Man. Their reactions are totally different. Oh, man. This looks like a sight in Spider-Man 1. That's what it reminds me of.
I speak your tongue now. So there is no mistaking my words. Man cannot be both savior and oppressor. Choose. And choose wisely, or others shall choose for you.
Hello, handsome.
Forgot he was married.
You were reckless. 可惜 you are making a big splash. Supposed to be. Experience made you more careful. Wise. Hello, gorgeous.
The hell you get all this crap?
Internet.
The internet. Your dad was a boxer. He didn't teach you any of that stuff, did he?
You didn't want me to fight. An old man named Stick.
You're shitting me.
He found me at the orphanage.
A blind old man taught you the ancient ways of martial arts. Isn't that the plot to Kung Fu?
It's hard to explain, Foggy. My abilities, I just know things. Okay?
No, not okay. Can you read my mind? Can you predict the future? What? What things?
I know you had onions in your lunch 2 days ago. I know you're hungry.
You can hear a heartbeat from across the room?
Much more than that.
Just anticipate behavior.
You listen to her heartbeat without her permission? We're lawyers. You can't do that. There's a system in place. And are you telling me that since I've known you, anytime I wasn't telling the truth, you knew?
Oh, that's true.
What? You just played along?
Basically.
Chairs you don't even know how to sit in. Murdock and Nelson, attorneys at law.
Nelson and Murdock. Sounds better.
It does.
You think?
Yeah, trust me.
Well, I'm just saying, nice to keep the wheels on the wagon. Get you a bump, better benefits. You know, for whatever comes up. Let me know. Next couple of days, okay?
He might have to consider it.
I was out getting lunch and I thought, what the hell? I'll swing by the county clerk's office and see what I can find.
Gonna ask about the box?
Is that yours? I thought that we were past this. Do I have to convince you again just how important this is?
I know how important it is, Karen. It's just not the most important.
There's a nursing home that I just heard about upstate. I think it might change your mind.
Christ. I never laid a hand on Nobu.
So you maneuvered that masked idiot to take him out. Same result.
I need you to speak with Gao.
This is getting out of hand. Ever since you started seeing that woman.
Leland. And in the past, I assume you met a woman. Fell in love.
What does that have to do with this?
Everything.
All right, I'll go speak with her. We're all in this together, right? What's left of us?
Man, there is a wedge jamming between the three of them. I mean, no more Russians, no more Nobu.
As you can see in the countersuit, not only does my client, Roxxon Energy Corporation...
Roxxon?
Anything to was my doctor. So that he could try to figure out what was wrong with me. I didn't release anything. I think it was right. But according to the law, if he did disclose trade secrets to a third party other than his doctor...
He didn't.
How the hell did you know?
Because I have a feeling.
You know how many of the other interns would kill for a real spot here? Murder us in our sleep without a second thought. I'm gonna steal as many bagels as I can fit in this box. With you as my partner, there's no telling when I'll be able to afford a real meal again.
You want to say something?
Really don't.
Your breathing changes when you're about to.
Now you're just showing off.
Ah, but come on. I want to know. I want to listen. I just wish this whole episode was them talking. I love when characters find out the truth about things.
This is a waste of time.
Let's just take a look around. Maybe it'll be worth the drive.
Is she hiding something? Does she have a parent here? Why this place?
Kid, before the accident,
I'd lay awake at night, listening to the sirens. I like to put stories to them. But after I lost my sight, after my abilities developed, I realized how many sirens there actually were. I heard it.
Heard what?
Little girl. Her father liked to go to her room late at night when his wife was asleep. And the dad, he was smart. He made sure what he did, how he did it, didn't leave a mark. I knew his routine. Waited till he was alone.
Damn, that guy's actually putting up a fight. No, it didn't last long.
You touch your daughter again, and I will know.
Damn, he's got a bloody fist. Holy shit.
You just can't stop yourself.
I don't want to stop.
Hey, why don't we talk to somebody that actually lives here? See what it's really like. See?
Karen.
Come in. She said come in.
Was this all just to find someone specific? Like, is she really... I believe she's trying to help Ben, but is there a story or something that she's in pursuit of?
We wanted to ask you some questions.
About how you like it at St. Benazet.
Mrs. Vistain, your husband, was that your first marriage?
Arthur? Lord, no. He was my third.
Oh, your first marriage, who was that to?
He tried so hard.
Did you have any children with your first husband?
Karen.
Just let her answer. Mrs. Vistain.
He's such a good boy. He's gentle, sweet. Not like his father.
It's...
Wilson.
Fisk?
He lied about his mom being dead.
Wilson Fisk?
It wasn't his fault.
Mrs. Vistain, what did your son do?
There are those. With your help, we can ensure that everyone that was affected by the recent attack.
This is a charity fundraiser. It makes so much sense that he sort of hid his mother away. Because I remember in a previous episode, they said she died a year after his father died, and then he went to live on the farm, but he's a very private man. I knew Karen had something in her sleeve.
It's a hell of a speech, Fisk. You ever think about running for office? I'll leave that to people like you, Senator. It's a good answer. You, got a minute to talk about that zoning issue?
Somebody can't hold his liquor.
Poison? Did Gal do this?
Get the car. We need to leave now.
All right. Somebody get a doctor here. Somebody get a doctor.
Vanessa.
What the fuck?
What about the rest of us?
Man, if they just ended the episode there, holy shit.
Karen. Fair, man.
We don't live in a world that's fair. We live in this one. And I'm doing everything I can to make it a better place.
A better place? Kind of sounds like what Fisk keeps saying.
Don't say that. Don't twist it around.
You tried to kill him, Matt. You told me yourself. Or worse. You really think that anyone would believe that I didn't know what you were doing? That Karen didn't know?
This city needs me in that mask, Foggy.
I wouldn't have kept this from you, Matt. Not from you.
You don't know that. You don't know
that. Yeah. I do. Brandon, this is our future.
Huh. Feels like a napkin.
It's a drawing of
Nelson and Murdock.
Nelson and Murdock, attorneys at law.
Don't throw it out, Foggy. Is he packing out? What an episode, and I'm not gonna lie, the thing with Foggy had me a bit surprised. Not that it was unrealistic, but just from my perspective and my understanding of his relationship between him and Matt, I thought he would be a little bit, not open to, but more understanding. I mean, he kind of was. I mean, he was still cracking somewhat jokes during their conversation, but ultimately I didn't believe that it would arrive at that conclusion that it did, to where he threw their sign in the trash and packed up, and now it's implied he's going solo and he's sort of just ending all ties with Matt, I guess. I mean, it's within his own right. It's his opinion, his sort of motivations. He can do what he wants to. He can make his own decisions, but I know that's the thing. It differs for people. If I was in that situation, I probably would have reacted more like Ned, like, holy shit, my friend's a superhero or whatever. But because the way Foggy described it, I can actually understand it. First of all, they're lawyers trying to do good. They have a judicial system trying to work, have their own set of ethics. They're trying to do everything in a set manner. And Matt, as Foggy was saying, is being a vigilante is outside of the law. That's completely undermining and going against everything that he was supposed to stand for as a lawyer. So from that front, I understand. And then also another one that was very much a heavy hitter. And I was like, oh, damn, that's true. To where Foggy was saying, you can hear when people are lying. You can hear their heart beating, which means you knew when I was lying always, and you just played along with it. I was like, oh, that's true. And that's kind of, that is messed up. Like, I can only imagine what Foggy said. And I can, for instance, I believe there could have been situations to where he was trying to seem more impressive than he is, or he was just trying to make his friend proud of him, but Matt knew he was lying and just played along with that. Like, that hurts internally for Foggy to know that he was just like, oh, I'll go along with it. So I understand him on that point as well, but still, I was a bit caught off, not guard, but it's just like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he threw their sign in the trash and abandoned him. I think that they'll make it up, or at least I hope so, but it's just, I didn't expect that sort of behavior from him. And it really does feel like everyone is becoming at odds, not just Matt. I mean, Matt and Claire sort of broke it off. We didn't even see Claire in this episode. We just had a name drop that she's the one that patched him up. Ben and Karen are out discovering the sort of origins of Fisk's mom and how he hid her away. They changed her last name. And then, of course, Foggy and Matt split up. So Matt is pretty much breaking ties with everyone. Really, the only person left is Karen, but she's out doing her own thing. And I don't know if she's going to stick around now that it's just Murdock. And Matt doesn't really want to be a lawyer. I mean, he does, but he's focusing a lot on being a vigilante. And now he's just covered in cuts and bruises. And it's just really sort of falling apart all around him. But the same can be said with Fisk. Like, such a parallel between them always. Even when Foggy was bringing up, wow, you sound like a lot like Fisk, to where you're saying, I want to change the city. There's so many parallels between them. And it's insane, the ideology in a way of sort of having that change, but it's brought about in their own fashion because they have their own means to justify the ends. And then, of course, their childhood, to where it's a huge parallel to trauma and growth and just having flashbacks of them in general. And now this, to where the relationships that they have with the people around them is being fractured. I'm assuming Gao poisoned everyone at that sort of, I would assume there was the charity fundraiser, the ball that he was having. Vanessa's poisoned. I don't know if she's dead. I hope not, because I said I can envision Vanessa dying in a future episode, and then Fisk just becomes derailed and really just steps into sort of the kingpin, but more ruthless, and to where he's so dangerous because he's someone who lost everything, and the desire to get back a feeling which he has now lost and probably won't ever get again. That can drive someone to insane principles, and it could be really bad for the city at large. So I completely think that's within the realm of possibility that one episode Vanessa will die, but I didn't expect it to be this soon if that is the case. I'm gonna have to find out next week. But yeah, if Gal really set this up, even Leland looked to be poisoned. Like, she's really cutting ties, because she was always saying restore your house to order, or I'm going to do it myself. And she's making all these threats. And now Fisk is going to have to start a war against her. And I mean, she saw it coming, and so did he. We had the Russians, Vladimir and Anatoly, dead, Nobu, dead, burned alive. Like the whole sort of alliance between everyone there. The Russians, the Chinese, Fisk, the Japanese. It's really just falling apart. And it was somewhat predictable. And she was bringing up the point. And it's like, maybe it's to your benefit or maybe what you wanted all along. So she's a very smart woman, and she could see clearly through his bullshit. But he's also a man that is great at hiding things as well. So he's definitely not going to respond to this well, and I just can't wait to see his sort of sporadic behavior afterwards. Again, I hope Vanessa's not dead, because there is a definite like to Wilson Fisk as a character, like a great understanding of his psychology and the way he was raised and how that really influenced his life and his values. So I really admire him from that front. From a character-written perspective, I think he's a very well thought out character, and they did a splendid job. And I just still somewhat like him because of that complexity, because of a desire to do good, but it's just, there's a price to pay for that good ultimately. So I love that duality of him. They're always the expression of the yin yang when it comes to him, and he has such a fondness for that culture and real symbolism and art. So I just love everything about his character. So I kind of am somewhat like, yeah, I wish he could have something nice in his life, but the thought of that being taken away, damn, shit is going to get dark, violent. Something big is going to happen. I just know it. Based on this show, I can only imagine how he's going to respond to Gao if she is truly behind this, which I believe she is. And yeah, I'm just going to end it off here. What a crazy episode. They get crazier every week, like literally. This is wow. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I absolutely cannot wait to see sort of the evolution of Foggy and Matt picking up the pieces of their relationship, even though from my perspective, in my way, what I would have done in that situation would have been a lot different than the way Foggy handled it. But that's what makes people. We have different reactions to things. So I'm interested to see how they're going to sort of pick up those pieces, as I mentioned. And hopefully they do, because this is not a given, but I would assume so, just based on them being so close. And Foggy, an understanding person, though he might be a bit emotional because a lot of things have happened in the past couple of weeks. And the thing with Ben and Karen, are they going to get a confession out of Fisk's mother that he killed her husband, his father? I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't really know if that would accomplish anything at this point, or if they can even prove that that's his mother, because he probably changed the sort of documentation stuff. But she's really, I don't even know where she got that source. I might have overlooked it in this episode, but the way, I don't even know how Karen got that. Like, damn. Because I was like, she's going in here. There has to be some reason. She can't just be in here, maybe if her parent is, and she's like, oh, here's a good recommendation to put your wife, Ben. But then it just felt more so like, is she pursuing a story, or is there something here that she wants to know? And it turned out to be that. So yeah, very exciting stuff. So can't wait for next week. No, I said no. Oh my God. I completely forgot. I said next week there wasn't going to be another episode. Damn it, man. Shit. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that now. If I have time, when I'm doing my X-Men reactions, if I have time to do another episode, I will. Because you know what? I'm going to make time. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I have like no storage on my computer, and I have to have like 15, 16 hours of footage from X-Men, my audio and my camera. So combine those with like over 30, 40 hours of just, oh man, how am I going to do this? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I kind of do not want to miss next week's episode. So yeah, I'll figure it out. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. And until then, whatever video it is, definitely going to be Moon Knight. But yeah, catch you folks in my next video.